I'm Jeremy Gray. This is Inside IU Volleyball with Sherry Dunbar. Coach, exciting. You guys are out there practicing, working out, playing scrimmages against other opponents. How do you feel about the team so far?
I feel like it's been a good spring. We have 8 practices left, and it's been a lot of mentality training, if we understand what that means. It's not as much what we're doing, it's how we're doing it. So I don't care if we're doing a passing drill, or we're doing suicides and conditioning, or we're doing fun Fridays that sometimes are challenging type things. We're just trying to get them to approach everything with a competition type mentality and how they're doing everything they're doing. So I think it's been good. I think we've seen some people dramatically change. I think we're trying to still get to that place where some of them are making that turn. So we still got a little bit of work to do.
Last year's team was inexperienced. Do you feel that they're more comfortable in what they're doing heading into this next year?
Definitely. I think we're changing some things. I think when you have a season like last season, you sit down as a staff and as a head coach and you evaluate every area of your program. And you look at how you can make changes. You don't just say, oh, we had injuries, it was a fluke, it was this type of thing. Obviously, people have to step up and you still have to win. I mean, everybody goes through those situations when they have injuries and things. So we really looked at how we trained, what we did with our strength coach, what we did with our sports psychologist, our nutritionist, all those type of things. And I think we've made some adjustments in a lot of areas. And I think it's really paid off for us this spring with a lot better training regimen. I think we're getting the most out of our time, I think, right now.
How's Jordan coming back from injury?
Very well. I thought she had a great practice this morning. She's a little up and down. I think when she actually gets out to compete like she did last weekend, I think she forgets the knee, because she has that mentality to win. When she's in practice, she remembers the knee sometimes, and especially defensively and things like that. The explosion part is kind of the last part to come, the dynamic part of the approach and things like that. But today I actually thought, we're trying to run a faster tempo offense, so she really has to get up in there and take care of the ball, and I thought she looked much better and more comfortable today doing that.
Next year's schedule's been released. You've got 16 home matches, and I tell alums and people who went to school here or worked here maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago, you wouldn't believe the type of crowds that volleyball is getting these days. It's going to be an exciting home schedule.
Yeah, anytime we can play at home. In the past, prior to this past year, we played 2 home tournaments. And last year it just didn't work out with the scheduling. And this year we're back to having 2 home tournaments. And I think that's really important for us to get off to a fresh start with our home crowd. And then the other one is a Butler tournament, which is an hour away. We can bring our fans with us. And then West Point, obviously, is the first one. But just playing at home, we've had some good runs at home, and we've been very competitive at home. And it's just a comfort zone. I mean, obviously, in the Big Ten, that is a big advantage, playing in your home gym.
Well, the best parts about following you on Twitter is you often tweet pictures from campus, especially in the springtime. No ranking of the most beautiful campuses in the country could not include Indiana University. Yeah. But right in that fold would be West Point. And it's kind of like IU with some extra history. You're like, oh, that's where Dwight Eisenhower went to school. And you guys are going to be exposed to that, and it's going to be a great environment.
Well, I just think, that's part of our job, too, is to expose our kids to some different things. I've never been to West Point, and I've heard unbelievable things about it. I know the coach there fairly well, and she's just a really nice person, is really going to set things up to do some tours for us and things outside of the box, than just hotel to gym, play, go back, I really want them to experience some things, and I've just heard nothing but unbelievable things about the campus.
You mentioned Fun Fridays earlier. Your team is nuts. You guys are doing all sorts of stuff. I saw them on the high dive doing flips off the platform at Councilman Billingsley Aquatic Center. Then golf, I believe, last Friday. And then the Green Berets this week?
Green Berets tomorrow. We did volleyball in racquetball courts where you got to hit against the wall so many times. And, spring can be grinding, after a while. And there's nothing wrong with taking one day of the week and still making it part of a competition. We call it mini Olympics, team bonding type things. I think that's a big part of it. You talk to Tom Crean, you talk to some of these great coaches, and chemistry is a big part of why teams succeed. It's not just putting the best players. We've seen teams with the best players in the country not succeed. And so I think we have a great group of kids that enjoy doing things together, and they're enjoying pushing each other and going outside of the box and trying different things. Some of them had never golfed in their life, None of them had ever played volleyball, which was really fun. And then we did the diving competition, you know, and they got different points for different dives and things. And then tomorrow is more of a challenge, a mental challenge. It'll be physical too, but a mental challenge to get through an obstacle course, and individually and together. So, you know, I think it's a great day of the week. They look forward to it. It's something that just gives them that edge, you know. Okay, Fun Friday's coming up. What are we doing? And they never know what it is. So don't put this on until after we do this tomorrow morning, because they just show up. We just tell them where to show up and what to wear, and then right here's the challenge. Now you got to go attack it. And it's been fun. We've done this since I've been at Indiana, and every year's a little bit different of type of things we do, and I think they really gain a lot out of it.
No secret that the last 10 years for the department have been up and down, and some tough things have happened, but you really feel that on the whole, IU Athletics is really turning the corner. Things are starting to take off. You're a big reason why. A young coach has revitalized this program, but an exciting hire for the department. One of your new colleagues, Kurt Miller, the new basketball coach.
Well, I love this department. There's no secret that I love Indiana. Growing up here and going to basketball since, you know, I was 6 years old probably. So I like the people in the department right now, especially the leadership from our administration, starting with Fred Glass. I just feel like we're on the same page. We're all trying to help each other out. I love our head coaches meetings. We have great dialogue back and forth, and you know, we went out to softball last week and baseball, and there's all kinds of head coaches around. Barry King was out there, and you know, Tom Crean and all these people, and you know, that's what it's all about to me. I think the difference we have here compared to other Big Ten schools or big time schools is we still create a family environment, and we still create this brotherhood, sisterhood, where we're trying to help each other be successful. It's not just we're living on our own island trying to do this on our own. No, do you have an idea of how we can do this better? Okay, then let's use that, you know, and I think that's what the head coaches meetings have been really beneficial. Every head coach one time goes through and talks about anything they want to talk about. And it can be a mental type thing, can be something they're doing in practice, can be recruiting. You know, 2 weeks ago I think we brought in our recruiting coordinators and just shared ideas and everything. And that's what it's all about, is we want each other to be successful, not just me. You know, I think this is about what we're trying to teach our kids. This is about something bigger than them. And I think that's how we feel too, is it's not just about us. We want other people to feel and believe in Indiana as much as we do.
All right, we'll leave it there. That wraps up this installment of Inside IU Volleyball with Sherry Dunbar. We'll have more for you this spring.